Hello beautiful wonderful people, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Simone Nicole here, back at it again with yet another video. And today's video is going to be an end of the year favorites, so it's going to be a long one. Now before we hop into the video, we of course have to do our subscriber shout out of the day. Today's subscriber shout out is going to go to Alexis. She commented on my trying festive TikTok snacks video that I did with my family, and she said, "Happy holidays, you look so pretty and festive." Thank you so much to Miss Alexis for commenting on my video with my family. I really appreciate the love. If you would like to be my subscriber shout out in my next video, then all you have to do is 1, be subscribed, and 2, go and comment, leave something nice, leave something sweet for your girl, and maybe you could be my next subscriber shout out of the day. Y'all thought I forgot about that one, didn't you? Alrighties, and with all that being said, let's hop right into the video. Alrighties, so since this is the end of the year favorites, I have so many different things around me from many different categories. So I am going to be flying through these items because we all know Simone likes to talk. Start with like why a lot of you guys are here, which is hair products. And honestly, I have very little hair products to talk about. I feel like this is mostly because I try out so many different products, so I don't get to use products for a very long time in order for them to become like a favorite. Because there's things that I enjoy, yes, but for you to make it to this list, oh baby, you really impressed me. The first hair product that I have here to talk about, you guys have seen this like a million times on my channel, is the Giovanni Too Chic Ultra Moist Conditioner in the avocado and olive oil scent line formula. I love this stuff. I am almost out of it. I have about this much left in the bottle, so this is really, really well loved. I don't necessarily use this for conditioning like you would like take a shampoo and then a conditioner. I use this as either a leave-in or a detangler, and I really, really, really enjoy it. It is also water soluble friendly. Everything that ends up in my favorites is probably going to be water soluble friendly. Next is going to be a no surprise to anybody. This is kind of like a lifelong favorite, which is the Kinky Curly Not Today leave-in conditioner. You guys have seen me talk about this too many times, so I will not go into detail about this one, but this leave-in conditioner is hands down the best leave-in conditioner that I've ever tried. I cannot say more good things about it. The only thing that I wish is that the ginormous pump was sold anywhere else but their website, because I didn't know that they had a size bigger than this until one of you guys told me about it. So I went to their website and shipping is like $20. I'm not doing that. So next I want to talk about this Braidout refresher spray. I really, really, really enjoy this product because I use it when my hair is like starting to dry out a little bit. It just doesn't feel as moisturized. And the reason why this made it as opposed to any other spray is because of the smell. It's like, I really, really wish that I could use like hair perfumes, but most hair perfumes have alcohols in them and drying alcohols, so I don't use them. But this is kind of like a hair perfume and it's a moisturizer at the same time. I caught it on sale, so that was really good. I found myself reaching for these way more than I thought I would this year, so I figured that I should include them, especially the gel. The cream is also really nice. I was a little hesitant when I did the review on them because they are so expensive. That's about the only thing holding me back from recommending these like fully, like with my chest to y'all, and the fact that neither one of them is really that water soluble. So I've stopped using these recently and kind of rewinded using the things that are water soluble, things that are easier on my hair, things that just rinse out with water soluble, Jesus. These are actually very, 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 very good, especially if you have type 4 hair. I cannot say enough good things about the cream and about the gel for sure. Everything that I talk about in this video will be linked down below in my description box, so if you're interested in anything that I'm talking about, it will just be a click away for you guys. The last thing that I want to mention in the hair category are just scrunchies. These I bought from like Walmart or something on a whim. I when I say love scrunchies, like when I put my hair up at the end of the day and I just need to get my hair out of my face, I'm going to grab a scrunchie before anything else because they're just a lot more gentle on your hair. They don't cause as much breakage. It's a nice, like, not tension free, but very, very low tension way to put your hair up. I don't use these when I want like a snatched look, but I definitely will use these for when I just want my hair out of my face and I just need my hair back. These are amazing for that. Oh wait, I lied. I do have one more hair thing. My Main Choice Tropical Moringa Braid Out Glaze. Like, this is just gonna forever be a hit. I stopped using it for a while because I was trying other things. I don't know if I'll ever stop using this as long as they don't change the formula. There's just something about this that is just such a banger, and these two together, it's just so good. So I guess next, let's talk about makeup. You guys often ask me about my makeup. I've done like 1 or 2 tutorials on my channel because no one cares about makeup from me, which is completely fine. Like, I know my lane. I'm gonna stay inside of my lane. If you guys ever wonder what I use for my makeup, this is essentially gonna be it, what I'm talking about today. What I consistently reach for are gonna be these things. First, we have the Lily lashes in the style Miami, and I know every single influencer ever talks about these. In every single video, probably like I would say 9 out of 10 of the times, I'm wearing these lashes. Like, they're just so good to the point where I have a subscription where they get auto sent to me every 3 months. I just can't say enough good things about these. They are not cheap, but they do last a good amount of time. You just have to be gentle with them because they will break. Next is going to be my Laura Mercier powder in the shade Translucent Medium Deep. This is also a cult favorite in the beauty community. I have rebought this 3 times, I believe now. I just can't find a setting powder for like under my eyes, like a highlight powder for my complexion that beats this. Like, I don't really know what to tell you. This is just that girl. Like, it might be $1 million, but it's like $1 million every 6 months. So yeah, I highly recommend this setting powder. I guess that I want to talk about face things more than anything else because face things stand out to me for the reason that I, as a deep dark-skinned woman, cannot find face things that really fit me. So when I do, oh, I gotta talk about them. This next thing is the Beauty Bakery Coffee and Cocoa palette. If you guys knew how many times I just tried to pronounce this has a long name, but just know that this is the palette. This is what the front of it looks like, and the inside of it, you can tell that I love it by how dirty it is. But these colors, when I'm doing my highlight, like when I did my highlight today, I like a very minimal, I like to just look pretty now. So I honestly just mix all 4 of these together to just give a soft highlight. When I want more of like an in your face highlight, I'll use this one. When I want like a barely there highlight, I'll mix these 2 because this one is a little too deep for like highlighting purposes, which is crazy that I'm saying that a highlighter is too deep. I like this one for like on the lid or like a little inner corner highlight because even though it looks matte, it has some shimmer in it. And then this for a blush topper or just a little blush when you're really feeling spicy. Oh, the best purchase I've probably made. Like, I've had this for I think like 2 years and I use it every single solitary time I'm putting makeup on my face. Like, no lie, so good. This next item I feel the exact same way about, and it's disgusting, so you guys know that I use it. This is the Juvia's Place, the Saharan Blush Palette Volume Number 1. Important, volume number 1, not volume number 2, because the volume number 1 is more suitable for my skin tone. It's clearly very, very well loved and dirty because I use it constantly and travel with it. But this is what the inside looks like. I use this shade as a bronzer slash blush, so that's why I've hit pan on it because I use it so much. I don't really use these 2 highlights because they're not very good in my opinion. It's these 3 really that I get the most use out of, and I mainly mix all 3 of these in, but I will use this shade as a standalone blush. I'm pretty sure I have it on today. Yeah, I definitely have it on today. And then when I'm feeling spicy and I'm doing like a hot pink look, oh, this is my go-to. This palette is just so well done and I cannot say more good things about it. Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette. This has the deepest contour shade that I've ever seen in a palette before in my life. And then this middle, I'm trying not to bend it because it's literally shattered and broken. And then this middle shade is beautiful for highlighting. And again, I don't really use the actual highlight shade because I don't think that it's that good. But this is like a you know that like little weird line that you get in between like where your bronzer starts and then like where your highlight ends, and there's like just too much dark meeting light. I like to use this color to blend in between that. So stinking good. Oh, and then this is in the shade dark to deep, but again, I'll have everything down in the description box. I have a foundation combo. One of the foundations is not present because I used it down to the very last drop and I haven't gone out to replace it yet. It is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Ganache, and that shade is a little too dark for me, but the formula on that foundation is literally unbeatable. It just gives freaking skin. And then I mix it with the Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation. Now this foundation I do not care for on its own. I don't care for the shade on its own. It's just slightly too warm, and then the darkest shade is a little too dark, and it's this whole thing. So I really like this. I'm almost completely done with it at this point, but I only like it to mix. But those two mixed together, masterpiece. And then I don't know if I just mentioned that this is in the shade 490. Then for like a cream contour option, we have the Juvia's Place foundation stick in the shade Congo. This one is completely gone, but I already have a replacement. I use this for like warming up my nose, so I'll stick my brush in here and then warm up the sides of my nose. I love this stuff. Oh my gosh, as a standalone foundation, I don't super care for it. I think that it's a little too dewy and too slippy, but as a contour or a bronzer, girl, and especially how dark it is, oh wow. Now let's talk about eyeliner and mascara. Benefit is that girl. Like, I don't really know what to tell you. Benefit really did their thing with this one. Like, this mascara is so good. Like, so good. Like, both of these are $20 or like $24. If I'm willing to pay that much, you have to know how good they are. And then the roller liner, and this is felt tip. This isn't even like the liquid liner that I usually use. It's still liquid, but it's in a felt tip. I usually like a brush tip. The roller lash, you use it, you put it on, and the whole concept is for it to like roll your lashes and like curl them. Actually, very much so true. Not a gimmick at all. So good. And then I go with this on top. First of all, I got little baby lashes. These give me like, when I put on this mascara, I'm like, okay, so I can just wear mascara today. Like, I don't need to put on any lashes. Like, if I'm just going for a little soft look, I will just use these two. And then this, so black, so precise, so good. I cannot say enough good things about these three. So good. And then the last makeup product that I have to talk about is going to be kind of a shock, I think, which is the James Charles palette. I knew as soon as I saw that reveal video that this was going to be an instant hit. It's really that girl. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And I especially like the mini version of the palette because the big one was just too big. So when he came out with the mini one, a lot of people felt like it was definitely a gimmick and a cash grab. While I can understand why people feel like that, I love the original one, so I definitely bought the mini one for travel purposes because there's just a shade in here that I just will never be able to get over, and it's like my everyday shade. It's the only shade with a dent in it, and it is this shade right here. Unsure of the shade name, but this shade is just the most perfect, like warm, bronzy, give it to me. Like, I have to stop myself from using this shade literally every single day. So for that exact reason, I keep this palette around, and then I'll kind of like dip into all of these colors, and then it has the shades for when I want to do like more creative, like colorful looks, and it has a mirror, which is super nice. So yeah, I would definitely recommend, honestly, the mini palette before I would the big palette. If you want just like a good staple makeup palette, like eyeshadow palette, 100% recommend the James Charles palette for sure. Okay, so now that we've talked about makeup, let's talk about how to remove makeup. And this is the Bioderma, I'm not even gonna try to read the rest of the name because I think it's in a different language, or maybe I'm just dumb, who knows. This is the Bioderma makeup remover. This is the one that everyone talks about. I don't have the one with the pink cap. I don't know what made me get this one, and I'm honestly not sure of the difference. Yeah, I really like this stuff. When I'm not using this, then I use the, I'll pop it up on the screen. I go back and forth between these two. This is the more expensive option compared to the Garnier one. I've been using the Garnier one for way longer. This one was just sitting out, so I was like, oh, let me talk about this. I just love micellar waters, and if I'm not using a micellar water, because when you use these, they require cotton rounds, and I don't want to use that many cotton rounds because it's just really wasteful to just be using something once and then throwing it out. So when I'm not using my micellar waters, I will use this, and it's a sample size, but I need to go out and get the new one. I'm just annoyed because I can't get it in store anywhere near me. This is the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil. This is so good. This stuff breaks up anything you put it against. I've just had such a good experience with this. A lot of people just use like coconut oil, but coconut oil is really comedogenic, meaning that it's pore clogging. So if you already have issues with acne and things like that, I would not recommend using that. But yeah, this stuff, just so good. Let's talk about sunscreen. PSA. Just because you are black does not mean that you don't have to wear sunscreen. The sun is what ages us the most, and it's just not healthy for all of like those harsh UV rays to be on your skin when you're out and about. So I wear sunscreen every single day, like no exceptions, and this is my favorite sunscreen at the moment. This is the Crave Beat the Shield Antioxidant Daily Fluid. I love this stuff. I am one of those people that watches Hiram and does all of that, and he recommended this. So good. I love this stuff so much because a lot of the reasons why black people don't use sunscreens is even when we do use them, they have like that weird like gray or purple or like white cast to them, and that's all of the active ingredients that make sunscreen that is being reflected on our skin. But because we have deeper skin, you can see it once you rub it in, whereas if you have a lighter skin tone, you can't. This is invisible. I am deep dark, and I'm telling you that this right here is invisible. I cannot recommend this more. It is so good. The only thing is that you cannot get it in store. You have to get it online, but I would highly recommend, and it is also woman and minority owned. The owner is an Asian woman, so we love supporting minorities and women here. So I would definitely recommend. And then this next thing that I discovered in 2020 is this moisturizer. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer. I love this stuff.
Hey, so I didn't realize that I went off into a tangent talking about something else. So I'm just going to finish up my thoughts on the moisturizer. It's really good. It's fragrance free. It does exactly what it says it's going to do. I don't know if it claims to be designed for sensitive skin, but I have sensitive skin and I really love it. The moisture on it is so good. It's not too heavy, but it's also not too light. It is the perfect daytime moisturizer. I cannot say enough good things about it. So let's move on to the next product.
These next things are going to be kind of random. I guess let's do like body care, like things having to do with the body. So if you don't use these, I really don't know what you're doing with your life. These are gloves that you use to wash your body, and they're exfoliating gloves. I bought a pack of these from Amazon. It's like a 10 pack. I don't know, there may be like $5-10, don't know. I travel with these. I just love these. There will never be a day where this doesn't touch my body. It's just a clean like I've never felt before, and you're just constantly exfoliating, so you're always soft. It's just really and truly a vibe. Get you a pair of exfoliating gloves to wash your body, emphasis on body, because we're about to talk about something else. Let me make clear that I do not use these on my vagina. I will use these in the, what can I say on YouTube to not get demonetized? My butt crack. I will use these in there because it's a little more rough back there, you know, like you can take a little more, gotta get a little more cleaned out of back there. But my vagina, no, these do not go there. They're just a little too rough. Maybe on the top, give a little exfoliation, you know, that'll be nice, but not on the lips. Now, since we're talking about vagina, you know, I'm gonna say vagina with my chest. YouTube cannot demonetize me for saying that. Like, it's literally a part of the body. I am someone that gets yeast infections and BV. Like, when the wind blows, I will get one of those. Yeast infections is the presence of too much good bacteria, whereas BV, or bacterial vaginosis, is the presence of too much bad bacteria. So I started getting them very regularly when I was in college, and I just kind of thought that I had to suffer through it. But I did a little research and I did a little digging, and I found out about these. This is called Boric Life, and these are suppositories that you put inside of the vagina in order to reset your pH. So a normal vaginal pH should sit around about like a 4.5 to a 5.5. That is like a perfect vaginal pH. So when my pH is off, I've gotten so many yeast infections and BV such things at this point that I know when my pH is off. I would just pop one of these bad boys up in there, and they come with applicators. Whatever, they come with something for you to get the pill up in there, so you're not like pushing it up in there with your tiny, look how tiny my hands are, I could never. So they give you something to insert these with. They're so good, I could not recommend more. Now say if you're not like me, you don't get them every other day and it's just like a fluke kind of thing, because that's very true for some women. So let's say you like out of nowhere just feel like your pH is off, they also have these pH testing strips that I absolutely love. And on them, I hope that you guys can see, they have a chart for what's normal and what's not. And you just take these little things off, these little pH testing strips off, and then I usually just use a Q-tip, go up in my vagina, and then I'll rub it on the pH strip, and then I'll see like where I'm at. Like, am I tripping? Do I just think that I have something? But usually when my pH is off, I know it, and this is just to confirm. But this will be really, really good for you guys that don't automatically know that. So these two I would totally recommend, but I got these on Amazon in a set. I will link that set down below. They just last for so long. There's so many in here. I just really, really love these. And again, I want to be way more open about our vaginas, because sometimes things happen and there's nothing to be ashamed of. I used to just wash my vagina with water because that's really all that you need, but I honestly on a daily basis go in with the Vagisil pH Balance Daily Intimate Wash, and this is like it has no fragrance, nothing at all. Some people will say that this is like the worst thing in the entire world, but I definitely got it recommended to me like to use by my gynecologist. She said it was completely fine for me to use this. I definitely don't recommend the scented ones. Like, your vagina should not smell like roses. It just be a vagina. Vaginas all have smells. Your smell is just very personal to you. It's when the smell gets potent and it starts to resemble a smell that you like recognize, like a foul odor, that's when there's an issue. So this helps me just maintain my natural scent and just feel clean down there. And I'll either use this with like a rag or with my hands, it just kind of depends. But this is empty and I have my full one in my shower right now because that's how much I love this stuff. This is probably like my millionth bottle. Like, I buy this like I buy my Dove soap for my body. Okay, so let's talk about some more body tings. Next is gonna be a bougie one. She's gonna be bougie. This is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream that you see every single influencer talking about. Oh my god, this stuff, just either you're gonna love this smell or you're really not. This is literally $60 or something crazy like that. I don't know when I bought this. I was probably out of my mind. I think the first time I got this was it was a birthday gift. It was just a mini size of this and then the coconut one. Did not care for the coconut one, but loved this one. And after using my birthday size, I went and purchased the full size. It's just such a sexy scent and it's nice and thick. I'm about halfway through at this point. I would definitely be buying a replacement for it, but this is definitely like either for nights that I really want to relax and like just feel nice and bougie, or this is like date night. Like, I'm seeing somebody and I want them to be like, oh, you smell so good, because I get endless compliments on how I smell when I wear this. So good. Next, we are going to be talking about the Aquaphor Healing Ointment. I love this stuff, especially for my feet, because I have dry feet overall, especially like my heel area, because I am a server, so I stand on my feet for long extended amounts of time. So in between getting my pedicures, I love to lather this onto my feet in combination with any lotion that I'm using at the time in order to really get the moisture. If you're just a drier person, you're just dry, you're cracking, you're dry, this 100%, so good, so versatile. Next, I only have a mini size of this because it was on sale recently. This is the Bath & Body Works Hyaluronic Acid Hydrating. This is the hand cream. Baby, you need the regular cream. I have just never in my life felt something so moisturizing. Like, it's honestly disgusting how good this stuff is. And it's like moisturizing in a way that isn't like the Sol de Janeiro lotion. It is very like, this is very, very thick. This is very like lightweight and the scent is so light and it's just so moisturizing. I can't take it. I just love it so much. Continuing with the body, let's talk about scents. I don't know if Bath and Body Works still sells these scents, because they literally get rid of scents constantly. The blackberry and lentil. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm completely out of this. It's like sweet but vanilla, but like not so. I'm more of like a sweet, sexy, sultry, scenty kind of girl. It's pretty rare when I go like sweet. I like to have like a hint of like musk and sweet and just like sexy scents. This gave that to me for sure, and I didn't think that it would because it's called blackberry and lentil. But it's so good. So is Autumn Nights by Bath and Body Works. Just so good. Like spicy and warm with like that hint of sweet. Like that is just me all day. I love this scent, and I'm almost out, and I'm not even sure if Bath and Body Works sells it anymore, but if they do, I will put it in the description box down below. And this is the Marc Jacobs Daisy. I love this scent. It's just so clean and like fresh and floral and just really nice. This is an amazing fragrance for someone that really doesn't know fragrance yet, doesn't really know their fragrance taste. This is a very easy scent to give, easy scent to wear, a great starter fragrance. This is at a pretty good price point. Love. Okay, this is super random, but I'm gonna throw it in here. Mouthwash. This Smart Mouth, it is so expensive and so small, but so good. It is literally $12 a bottle at Walmart. So you know it doesn't get cheaper than when you buy it at Walmart. And this is like the only reason I step inside of Walmart is to buy this. You know when you use like Listerine and like other regular mouthwashes, it burns. And I used to think that the burn and like the numbness, the literal numbness I would feel in my mouth was like a good thing. It's not. I think that this one is a great odor neutralizer and a great odor eliminator for a long periodically time. I can't go back to any other mouthwashes. And I've tried the, I think it's called TheraBreath or whatever, the one that's really famous on TikTok. No comparison. This is my favorite mouthwash. Let's talk about candles. Strawberry pound cake. Girl. My favorite fruit in the entire world is strawberries. So this, oh my gosh, it's like a dream. It's like, it smells like strawberry pound cake. Like strawberries and like cake. I don't think that it's nauseatingly sweet, but I could definitely see why someone would feel that way. But I'm honestly okay with it during certain parts of the year and in certain parts of the house, because it just gives such comfort, because it reminds me of food and like my family cooking and stuff like that. I have so many memories of that. So I love scents like that because they're more like nostalgic. Love this scent. Now this scent is very much so a recent love. I love everything about leaves. And I mean everything about it. I love this design. I have two backups of this one. Oh my God. It's like walking into like, not quite walking into like a craft store, because you know like they always have like the pine cones out in the front. It's kind of like that, but like just better. I love leaves so much. I will probably forever, as long as they continue to make leaves, I will always purchase it. It's just such a good fall scent. And I guess I'm talking about fall scents because it is like cold outside, so we're not really into the summer things right now. We're more into like those kinds of scents, you know. Alrighty, so the next thing that I want to talk about are press on nails. I love these. Not necessarily Kiss in particular, because they can look very press on-y. Like my nails today, these are press-ons. They like already have the glue on them, or they like already have a sticky pad on them, so you literally press them on. I like to use these for short-term purposes because I'm just going to be showing so many products. I just didn't want to have my like booty digger nails, but I love a good press-on. I wear them constantly. I don't get my nails done anymore because of the expense, of the fact that I'm constantly working with my hands. I'm editing, I'm constantly doing my hair. Nails in the way that I like to wear them are just impractical at this point. I have the flexibility to be able to pop them on and pop them off, so as soon as this video is done, I will be popping every single one of these off, and they serve their purpose. They look cute, especially from afar. These are really nice. Let's talk about workout things. I love this backpack so much. This is by Gymshark. It is a mini bag, so it's pretty tiny, and I use it to fit everything that I need to go into the gym in there. Everything in this bag is like a favorite, and it's like an essential for me when I go to the gym, especially this, which is like a belt. So in this belt, I put it around my waist, and I will put, this thing is really stretchy. I have the biggest iPhone, and this fits in there no problem at all. And I'll take my my phone, my AirPod case. Sometimes I bring my case out onto the floor with me, and then this zips without a problem. If you aren't using wireless headphones, and there's like a little like divot in there for, I'm pretty sure, like for regular headphones to stick out. I love this thing. It is very, very big, so it could fit a lot of different body types no matter like what size you are. And it definitely is an essential because you don't want to be sitting your phone on the floor or anything like that. So this is really an essential for me. Then my bands. I love booty bands. These ones are from Better Body Warehouse. This is a workout class that I did with my sister and my niece for a month, where when you paid to do the class, he gave you 3 sets of resistance bands. This is the medium one. This is the hardest resistance, and then I don't even have the least resistance one anywhere around because I don't use it, because it does literally nothing for me. So I'll use them for warm-ups, I'll use them for jumping jacks, like anything to just provide resistance. Love those. And then this little thing for cable kickbacks and anything to do with like anything on the cable machine where you want to do lower body. Love this thing. I just need another one. I didn't know that when I bought it, it didn't come in a set. It just comes as like just this one. Love, love, love this. Now that's it for the things that I use to work out, but let's talk about leggings. There are 2 pair of leggings that stood out to me this year. Leggings, especially workout leggings, are very valuable for me because I do have a odd body type. My waist is really small, my butt and my hips are really big. So generally I get all of my pants in a size small because that's what I need for my leggings to stay up. These 2 leggings, these ones, these are the Adidas leggings. I don't know like what line this is a part of or what design this is. I will definitely find out and I will put it in the description box. It has really, really like low profile what is this called, branding on it down at the ankle. These are so high rise and so like a compression on these for the lower stomach, because my lower stomach is like a self-conscious thing that I have, or like that's the part of my stomach that I'm the most self-conscious about, is my lower stomach. These, oh my God, they're just so compressing and I feel just so confident and I feel so smoothed out. There's no dents, there's no lumps, there's no bumps. These are tight though. They're extremely tight, but that's what I like to see in leggings personally. I just cannot say enough good things. Of course, because they're black, your sweat really doesn't show through. I just love everything about these leggings. I have another pair as well, so I have 2 pairs of these. And then these are the pink leggings. These are also the same reasons why I love these, is the same reasons why I love these. Both of these are in a size small. These definitely have way more compression than these have. These ones are definitely like a little more, they have a little more give to them, but not a lot. Don't get crazy. I love these leggings. They're by Pink. I don't know if I said that. These are the seamless leggings. They have them in a bunch of different colorways, but I really, really like this colorway. I generally like to wear darker colors on the bottom because I'm always in the weightlifting area with a bunch of men, and it's really a shame that I have to say this, but I like to wear darker colors on the bottom because like I'm not as noticeable in darker colors and men don't stare at me. That's so annoying that I have to say that, but yeah, it just lessens the chance of men staring at me while I work out if I wear darker colors on the bottom. So I really like these 2. Next, let's talk comfy cozy. These are my Champion black sweatpants. I had to pull both of these pieces out of the laundry in order to show you because I wear them literally every single day. I wore these out to run some errands yesterday. They are just so comfortable, and honestly, you can get Champion from a lot of different places. Like these were not like $60 sweatpants. I think they were like 20 something. I got them off of Walmart.com. Don't know if you knew, but you can get Champion off of Walmart.com, and it is legitimate Champion. And that is the same place where I got this crew neck. I'm so embarrassed. I think I was doing my Afro-G protein treatment wearing this. That's why it's staying. You probably can't even tell because the lights are so bright. As you can see, I wear them constantly. This one is a crew neck. I have a hoodie to match these sweatpants. Everything, I'll just link everything down below so that you guys can shop it. But I really do live in Champion things because they're just so dang comfortable. And then the next sweatpants that I have to talk about are actually sweatpants that I'm wearing. I'm gonna try to show you guys. They're really like, they are huge, first of all. Like I look like I'm like, I lost 600 pounds. This is how big I used to be. But thanks to NutriBlast, they're huge. And this is a size small. I truly cannot describe to you guys how comfortable these leggings are, and they're expensive. I got them 40% off and they were still $30. They're just so worth it. They're like a cross between like leggings and sweats, so they're not super duper thick. So like if you're looking for them to wear out and be warm, I wouldn't recommend these, but around the house, oh baby, these are it. And I feel the same way about these slippers that I also picked up while I was at Ari. They are just so soft and plush, and they have like this like memory foam kind of feeling on the bottom, so they're like firm yet soft, and then they just fit so well. This isn't a size 7. I'm usually a size 6. I bought a size 6. They were too small, so I went back and exchanged them for a size 7. Like as soon as I step foot on the ground in the morning, I'm like, hey girl, it's me in my Ari sweatpants leggings and my slipper sock shoes. I'm so annoying. The last thing that I have to talk about is just a little tech. This one is just a remote that I got for my phone to take pictures. I take almost all of my pictures completely by myself for Instagram purposes, so I got this in order to take pictures. Love this. It was super cheap, right off Amazon. So if you are a content creator, or if you just like to take pictures of yourself but you don't want to like awkwardly ask other people to do it, so good, so easy to use. Love this remote. Then I have my external hard drive. Guys, if you want to do YouTube, you're gonna need an external hard drive if you're working on a laptop, because laptops are not designed to keep the amount of space that you need for footage, for rendering your project, for like keeping it on file, all of that stuff. You need an external hard drive, and this one is so good, and it's at a really reasonable price. Man, oh man, this is such a good external hard drive. So I will have this linked down below as well. And then my last favorite of the year is going to go to my AirPods. I know that like it's kind of like a douchey thing to have AirPods, but honestly, I don't know where I would be in life without my AirPods. I really love them. I've never tried other brands of like wireless headphones besides like little ones I've gotten from Walmart just to work out. I can't say enough good things about them. It's just the wireless aspect for me. I thought that before I got them, like, oh, I would never get AirPods because I'll lose them. Not so. When you have to pay $70 to replace them, you'd be very, very surprised how conscious you are of where you put these and where you leave these. I would highly, 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 highly recommend AirPods to you guys. So that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for you guys that made it to the end. I appreciate you guys so much for watching all the way through and just for coming here to see my opinions on my favorites. If we had any favorites in common, please let me know down below, or maybe drop some of your favorites that you have tried this year. That'd be pretty cool. I'm gonna let you guys go because we've probably been sitting here for like 40 minutes. And with all that being said, remember to keep positivity in your life, because positivity breeds positivity, and we have absolutely no time for negativity in 2020. I will see you guys in my next video, which will probably be up by tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.